otherwise you'll burn your mouth when you go to eat. Now tacos have to be done with your hands. They're a messy thing. And world-class competition tacos, they're big. And you have to be able to hold them right. Get both hands in there and go, ah, you know? So, I have a really good part of stories about this. So what we have here is our lettuce. Okay? That's the main ingredients to my tacos. And they're not technically really tacos. Yeah, I don't know, they're more like an enchilada or something. I'm not quite sure, but they're my tacos. We got onions, tomatoes, hot chili peppers, not too hot. We have a taco sauce. You can make your own, and I have, but they're not hot enough for me. And that's why I like this one better. Also very expensive. Another 200 or 300 pesos. You gotta have this for the hamburger. I get this in America, this is really cheap. In Germany you get a little package like you do for sinigang packages. Cost a fortune. Also about at least 120, 130 pesos. This I think costs altogether $2, which is maybe 100 pesos. Yeah, that's about 100 of those little bags. Okay? So I've already got hamburger cooked. I got water in there. We're going to add our taco seasoning. A good spoonful. And then a bit. I like it nice and spicy, just like I like everything. I like lots of onions, for instance. I like hot, though sometimes it can be too hot. So, we're going to boil this water off. And if you're like taking your time cooking tacos, like all afternoon type thing, you can keep adding water and adding water and adding water, and it just makes them better and better and better. Okay, let's get this going. This, like I said, I put a little cheese usually on it too, so that the cheese is in there. My wife doesn't really like cheese a lot. Okay. These are refried beans. In America, again, very cheap. Here, very, very expensive. So, we got our basic ingredients. I always have sour cream, the taco sauce, and we're making a guacamole sauce today. Okay, we'll do that a bit later. Since I'm making my own taco shells, you gotta be able to roll them out. I love my roller. But one thing you have to always remember when you're rolling tacos, you have to have a very clean place. Anything that's stuck there, it will make a pit in your taco and you'll see it will burn on that spot. So that's very important. So we got this going, we've gotten this going. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break and set up for the next thing, because today, for the first time, I got a brand new machine. And before, I always used to make my tacos by hand. Hand strength. It's a lot of work. So I've never done this before. I don't know how it's going to work out. I hope good. We will see. I had a friend of mine, he's an Australian. And he came to Germany for Oktoberfest. And ended up staying 5 years. I got him a job, a room, everything. Ended up staying 5 years. And we'd have like tacos once a month or so. And other Australians came over the years and stayed for a month for the Oktoberfest, that sort of stuff. And we'd have real champion taco competitions. And they're big tacos. Okay? Bali Bob, that's his nickname. He was a champion. He was a strong big man, good builder, all that sort of stuff. And he ate 6 competition tacos in one evening. No, 5, sorry. 5 tacos. I had 4.5. I thought I was going to die. His friend, who's half the size of Bali Bob, Gaz, he had 4. For his body size, he should have been the champion. Nobody's beaten that record ever up to this day. Now I'm happy if I can eat 1.5, you know? Because these are really big tacos. Another story, when I first met my wife, their family, this was like Christmas Eve, I believe. Yeah, I'm making tacos. I spent all kinds of money in the Philippines. All kinds. I think I spent 100 euros, which is like 5,000 pesos, to make tacos for the family. I come in, got my tacos ready to go, and they're making adobo, pancit. It's like they didn't trust my tacos. You know, I was a bit insulted, but it don't matter. So somehow I came to it. She wasn't my wife yet, but this was my first real visit there, so we met on the internet. And somehow we came into a bet. Yeah? She said she could eat 2 champion tacos. Yeah? Competition tacos. She ate 1 right down. She thought she got this easy, man. And then she started on the other one. And somewhere in the halfway there, you could just see her, oh my God, she's never gonna make it. And she didn't. I won the bet. Took her 2 years to pay it. She had to carry me and buy a case of beer for me. And I don't remember what I would have had to buy, but I knew she couldn't make it. Then, now, when we go to the Philippines, we have a taco bash. The entire family comes from even the provinces, to come to have taco evening. And now, nobody eats anything else. There's no pancit, there's no adobo, there is nothing. There is only tacos. So, that's why I love tacos. We'll be right back when I get the machine set up and get ready to try to do this dough thing. Machine, I hope this works. I might have to do it by hand, I don't know. One of the stories about Bali Bob. One time I asked him to knead the dough. And he looks at me like, that's a woman's job. I'm a man. I don't do that sort of stuff, you know. And once he started it, he realized how hard it was. And he thought, wow, oh wow, I'm such a strong man. And suddenly he had a lot of respect for kneading dough, because it's hard work. So I got some flour. It's all by feel. I'm making 2 tacos, 3 tacos max. So I probably got too much here. But because I don't know how this machine works and what it's going to be, I add more flour so it really mix something up. I got this recipe actually from a woman out of Uganda. She lived with us in the student home that I lived in for about 10 years here in Munich. So you just add a couple pinches, mix it up a bit, done. Now, because I've never done this before, I'm going to add the water and at least start, because you know, this is the thing about making these. If you got too much water, you just add more flour. If you got too much flour, then you just add more water. So this is going to be the hard part. And I'm trying to see how much flour, how much water I'm going to need. It's all by feel. This is looking pretty good actually. I'm going to add this a bit more. And then I think I'm going to try my machine. Woo. Don't know how this is going to work, like I said. As you can see, my taco meat is cooking. You just boil it all down, cook it all down until there's no water. If you're not quite ready to eat yet, you just add a bit more water. It's not a problem. Okay, I even have this little thing, a cover, and there's a hole here where I can add more stuff, like eggs, I don't know, whatever all the ingredients might be. Now I don't know if I'm even going to like this, because somehow I have fun kneading dough, but we'll see. Okay. This is the absolute first try on this machine. Oops. Now as you can see, I don't really know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm upside down. Good job. Okay, try again. You might get it someday. Or am I upside down? Yeah, it seems like I am. Okay, from what I understand, this machine's supposed to turn around and around and around. So there's a little knob here. Okay. Okay, now we're making our avocado sauce. I put a little tomato in, a little onion. Like I said, I like cheese a bit in there, but my wife doesn't, so I'm not going to do that tonight. A little hot pepper, little onion, some tomatoes. Like I said, I like a little cheese in my refried beans. My wife doesn't. So you can also add, this comes again from America, almost all of the things in America that has anything to do with Mexican food, cilantro leaves. Now sometimes I put a little sour cream in, or okay. Want it more juicy. And after this, we're going to roll out our tacos. I got my refried beans warming up. So we're getting close to eating time. So my wife, she happens to like orange juice fresh for her tacos. Me, I like beer. So, this is how you want. You see how it's starting to bubble up here a little bit? Okay? You gotta be careful of that. It means it's too hot. I also added a little bit more oil on the other side when I turned it. Okay, we're getting really close to being done here. Okay. I do 2 oranges for 1 glass and a tangerine. It makes it sweeter. Done? My taco shell is great. Okay, brown, no bubbles. Both sides, that's what you want. Everything's cooked. It's time to build a taco. Taco time. Alright, everybody does their own differently. This is my opinion of what's the best. And I'm sure many people disagree with me. It don't matter how you build it. Choose what you want. For instance, I already said this. My wife will not take refried beans. So I put a line of cheese down. This is just Edamar again. It's not an expensive cheese or anything. And remember, I put a little bit of cheese in this too. Okay? I put my refried beans on next, because that will help melt everything. Now, if it goes through and your taco breaks, this is really hot, you'll probably get burnt. Most likely. Yep, hot. Very hot. And I like beans, so you know, that's me. So then I add just a bit more on top of it. Then I add my meat. As you can see, we have plenty of meat, so I can take as much meat as I want. Okay. Just a bit more, that's plenty. Now remember, this meat is quite spicy. Okay. Then I add some onion. I like onion. I don't like my onions all in one block, so I break them up pretty good. Okay. Now my tomatoes. I like tomatoes a lot, especially on my taco. Okay. Ta-da! We'll add a little bit of the sharp peppers. Spread it around a bit. Okay. Now we'll add some sour cream. Now the sour cream and especially the guacamole gonna make it quite juicy, you know what I mean? With the beans too. So now I want some guacamole. Now, you know, guacamole changes color if you use it the next day. It's still good. Just stir it up, maybe add a bit of sour cream or something like that. And it's just fine. So don't throw it away because it looks a little funky, okay? So last but not least, hot sauce. Okay. And ta-da, lettuce. Now the trick is rolling it. That's why your taco shell is very important. You don't want a stiff taco shell. Stuff it all in there so it stays in there. Wrap it up, stuff it in, stuff it. Now a true master can eat a taco, the incomplete taco, with one hand. Not easy, especially if it's bigger than this one. But for those people, it's so funny, Germans especially, they eat tacos, it's like, oh, they want a fork and knife and spoon and stuff, you know? Now they eat tacos. I'm sorry, it's yucky, you know? That's what it's all about. Okay, here we go. One taco today. Mmm. That's a lot of taco. So, until next time, come back, try a taco. I am calling out there to my wife's family in the Philippines, especially Jeffrey.
And Ivan.
Just be happy, Jeffrey.
And Ivan.
And Ivan, because someday I'm coming and you will get tacos again.
And Freya.
Bye-bye.